hello, 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 hello. How's it going, people? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Yeah, 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 yeah. I don't even know, to be honest, what to say because last night I was about to go to bed and all of a sudden, here you go. No sleep for you, bastard. Madueke to Arsenal. Here we go. Medicals. He's flying out to medicals right now as we speak, or he has already flown here, so who knows? But he is here for the medicals. He's here. He's gonna be an Arsenal player, and well, we have to deal with it at the end of the day. We have to deal with it. What else can I say? My camera is doing a bit of a mezza, so let me fix this in a second. But yeah, Madueke is gonna be an Arsenal player. God knows why, but he is gonna be. I'm kind of lost for words. It doesn't happen to me too often. I'm almost never lost for words because I know what to say. But now with this Madueke thing, I'm kind of a bit lost for words. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, Arsenal are signing Madueke for £52 million. He's gonna be most likely our left winger because let's be real, Arsenal have pretty much never buy expensive backups. Let's just put it that way. And we have never bought an expensive backup, if you ask me. Like, on top of my head, I cannot even remember one. So Madueke is coming in. We can waive our everything goodbye to Rodrigo. Let's be real, whether he leaves or not, that's already irrelevant because he's not coming to Arsenal. Will we get Eze? Well, who knows? Will we get Gyokeres? Maybe, just maybe at the moment because it's all so freaking messed up because we have no problem spending 52 million on Madueke, but we are haggling over 5 million for Gyokeres. Then again, the reports are suggesting, well, that's not $1 into Eros's fund. The reports are suggesting that Madueke's deal is separate from the rest of the deal, so go figure. But ultimately, yeah, I'm actually kind of lost for everything. I don't know what to say, what to do, even what to think to some extent, because as soon as I read Madueke to Arsenal, here we go. I'm not gonna lie, I was starting to think, do I make this an NBA channel? Do I rebrand into like Latvian Madridista or something like that? Because I'm not gonna lie, it was one of those from which I should have learned. I should have known better, let's be real at the end of the day, because Arsenal have been linked with players like they're to some extent have no business in signing for Arsenal, like Havertz, for example. And we still did it. So I probably should have known better that it's going to happen. Plus, it advanced so quickly, it actually was surprising that it didn't happen sooner to some extent. Let's just put it that way. So let's going to say it as it is. So at the end of the day, Kroenkes have lied to us. Arteta has lied to us. Berta is a fraud. Go figure, because this club is going down real quick. Genuinely real quick. And I don't even know what to think because when we were linked with Madueke and there were those bids coming in, they rejected the bid and all those type of things. There were reports and talks suggesting that Mikel Arteta potentially envisions Madueke as a left winger, as a starting left winger. He could make him into his own Sane as when he was at Man City, right? And then it just really, it's really starting to derail me. It started and now we are here. He is basically Madueke, right? Chelsea have let him go, genuinely have let him go. They are allowing him to leave one day before the Club World Cup final. First things first. Second of all, we got told that we have to wait for Rodrigo to finish the Club World Cup, yet for Madueke, it's not the same thing. Third of all, this is fourfold, genuinely. Third of all, Chelsea have FFP issues with UEFA. They are in debt, they need to balance their books. And who you gonna call to balance your books? Of course, Arsenal Santa Claus FC. And 52 million definitely will do them a solid. And I have no idea why in the last years we have done so much business with quote-unquote our rivals. Because you don't see rivals doing business between themselves pretty much overall whatsoever in world of football, because River Plate and Boca Juniors don't do that thing. Celtic and Rangers don't do that thing. Fenerbahce and Galatasaray don't do that thing. Real Madrid and Barcelona, they don't do that thing. Arsenal and Chelsea just, yeah, here you go, here you go, here you go, here you go. Like, genuinely, like, imagine if it's Chelsea players, basically. And 6 years, 6 Chelsea players. Like, that is sackable offense alone, let's be real. That is not just sackable offense. That situation should be investigated. That should be investigated by private detectives, FBI, CSI, CSI Miami, CSI New York, CSI Las Vegas, Hercule Poirot, Miss Marple, by Criminal Minds, by everyone you can ever imagine at the end of the day. Because this is now starting to get ridiculous. It's not even worrying, it's ridiculous. For example, how much business we are doing with Chelsea. And the worst part is as Greenland is saying, big up Greenland, 52 million, that is on papers. We don't know the brown envelope settings. We don't know what's going on there. Arsenal helping Chelsea to level their books. It's a scam. Exactly. All of a sudden, Arsenal have become the Chelsea sister company. Like, if we look from business point of view, like, it makes no sense whatsoever. Big up Mubarak. Hope you're doing well. The question why Gyökeres said he don't want to join any team but only Arsenal. Well, we should figure that one out if we sign him, because for me personally, that would be one of the first, if not the first question I'm going to ask. I would ask him. We started thinking that maybe Amorim and the Sporting Lisbon president, they have upper hand in terms of preventing Gyökeres to join Arsenal. Maybe. Not sure Amorim has any say in it, but maybe Sporting has something in there, because allegedly Gyökeres is pissed off that the Sporting and their president are not holding up their end of the bargain, their verbal agreement. And let's be real, unless it's signed on paper, unless it's done via the contract situation, gentlemen's agreements, verbal agreements mean jack shit these days. Unless it's a very trustworthy person you have been working on for years. Because it's very easy to go back on your word. It's not that difficult. Let's be real. These two guys are big friends, so they're playing maybe. But think about it this way. If we go back to Madueke, 65 million for Havertz, 52 for Madueke, 11 for Jorginho, 5 for Kepa. Sterling was on loan. Okay, let's give them that. And Willian was for free, technically, right? So that 130 million almost we have given Chelsea over 6 years for signing their reject dross players and basically to help them balance their books. Pretty much as soon as Todd Bowley, Clown Lake came in, Arsenal all of a sudden are the best buds. It's like Kroenkes and Todd Bowley are best buds and they're doing money laundering or something. Like, make it make sense. And then you have Andrea Berta coming in March, and everyone says, and including myself, I'm going to hold my hands up. They're not clean. I'm not going to lie. I was hoping Andrea Berta would steady the ship. Based on all of this, no chance in hell. Andrea Berta, at the end of the day, by the looks of things, has no say into the business. Mikel Arteta still gets what he wants, who he wants, when he wants, and no matter what the cost is. It's looking very dark for Arsenal, if you ask me. It's very dark times, to say the least. It genuinely is very dark times. Big up Ageri. Good luck with Elanga. Hope he does well for you. Big up Valeria. Hope you're doing well today. Like and subscribe, people, if you haven't already. Smash the likes. Subscribe if you're new. We are this close to 700, by the way, and the road to 1 big K is going strong. Big up Hyper Protagonist. Big up AFC always. Hope you're doing well today, too. Do you honestly believe Martinelli will get better with better players around him and changing of system which played a part in hampering him, or is he just not good enough and hit his ceiling? Personally, the fact that Martinelli doesn't have the skills and certain abilities definitely will hamper him, right? At the same time, many players, as we have seen over the course of everyone's careers, there are managers, there are teams, and there are systems where specific players do 10 times better than anywhere else. And I think Martinelli is one of those players. He needs that specific system to cater the way he wants to play. He needs that specific style to cater how he wants to play, hence why we would see the best of him. Because as soon as Arteta changed the system, he disappeared. Obviously, injuries played a role, confidence was shot and everything, right? At the same time, it's something similar with what happened with Nicolas Pepe. Remember him? I would much rather have Nicolas Pepe at Arsenal at the moment than Madueke, but that's a different story, right? But look at how Lille played when Nicolas Pepe was there. And look how Arsenal played when we signed Nicolas Pepe. Again, change of system, change of style, change of tactics. And I strongly believe that also we didn't use him to the best of his abilities. For one season, we saw how good Martinelli can be. And that was, in my opinion, solely due. Now that it has been changed, he has disappeared. It's not a coincidence that Jurgen Klopp would have loved to have him in his team at the time, because they were playing very similar. I think at Barcelona, if he was playing left wing even, he also would be fantastic the way Barcelona are playing football. That's the thing. There are many times for many players, in my opinion, even including myself, I've played under different type of managers and different types of systems, right? Not specifically in football alone, but in different types of sports, right? And as well, there are managers who play a certain style, who knows how to get the best out of you. And there are styles and systems where you just don't work. So that, to some extent, also separates high-end levels from players that stop basically mid-level at the end of the day. Because unless you can adapt and change yourself, it's never going to happen, because you maybe don't have the specific abilities or something like that. And Martinelli, unfortunately, is handicapped in that department, in my opinion. He doesn't possess certain abilities to basically fit into Mikel Arteta's current role and current system to T. Big up Ross, Mikel music in the building. Big up Ross. Hope you're doing well today. The baby goat is here. Yeah, we have signed Madueke. Hey. I'm a turn into little Jeff E. Sign Madueke. If we miss out on Rodrigo, I assume go and get Garnacho. Yo, Mobens, just don't. I know you are a United fan, and we are not gonna do this here. We are not getting Garnacho. We signed Chelsea just players. We are not touching United ones. That is enough. Genuinely, that is enough. At least Premier League proven, and you'll be 50. No. If we want our Arsenal back, is for the Kroenkes to fuck off of these owners are the main issue. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's the owners. Because if we had a proper owner, first things first, Arteta would never be here. Let's be real. Or if he was here, he would have been sacked long time ago, to say the least. So if we had proper owners, we also wouldn't be in this mess right now. No, without shadow of a doubt. Hell no, if we sign for Nacho, I will turn into King Von. Man, this club is posing me. It's insane. This club is genuinely making me so disconnected from the club. It's actually insane. The 22-23 season, the way we were playing, I haven't felt like that, like in terms of connection to Arsenal and the excitement when I was watching Arsenal play for about 5 to 10 years. Right now, we are back to the place, back to that zone where I'm kind of starting to, again, distance myself from all of this, because this is definitely not good for me, and this is definitely not good overall. 12 likes, people. Big up to you all. Like and subscribe if you haven't done that already. 21 of you here. Hope you enjoyed the content as well. Big up to you all. Smash the likes. But yeah, Madueke is flying to Arsenal, or he's already here as we speak. I'm not gonna lie. Because he apparently, Chelsea have said he can go. He genuinely can go. He can go do the medicals. We don't need you here. And mind you, let's not forget, Chelsea are doing that day or two before the Club World Cup final against PSG. Says genuinely a lot of how much Chelsea likes Madueke and how much they want to keep him. Of all the left and right wingers from Chelsea I would have taken, there is Cole Palmer and Pedro Neto to some extent. That's about it. And like, it's actually kind of insane to what we have done right here. And now, to be honest, with Madueke coming in, this is the next question. What does that mean for Ethan Nwaneri? because that is the next question that has to be raised. Even when Yeri already on his own is asking questions about his game time and everything, which is, let's be real, it has to be done because the way he got treated. But what is going to happen with him? Where is he going to play? If Madueke starts at left wing, yes, Yeri is a backup for Saka. However, if we play Madueke actually as a backup for Saka, which I don't see happening, but let's just go with this, right, for a second, these what-if scenarios. Yeri is gone because there is no place where he could play. Then again, you have other people suggesting that Arteta doesn't see anymore Yeri as a right winger, more of a 10. So what's the point then again from Max Dauman? Like, it's all up in the air. I actually love competition in the team. I love that you have players that challenge each other. But at the end of the day, if you sign a 52 million player, there is no chance he's sitting on the bench. If you are Man City, Chelsea, Real Madrid, Barcelona, yes, they do those things. Arsenal don't do those things. Arsenal don't do that type of stuff. If you sign for 52 million, bet your sweet ass he's a starter in the team. And the only place where he can start for our team is, unfortunately, the left wing. So, go figure. Genuinely, go figure. I promise you guys, midweek, he will... No. Keep Garnashers at your own team. Hell no, we don't want to be Ronaldo, bro. It can be very Neymar. We are the beginning of the transfer market. Let's chill out. Yeah, we are in the beginning of the transfer market. Be patient, as Top Gooner said. There's still a month and a half to go. And let's be real, no, there's not. On paper, yes. In time relevance. Realistically, we fly out to Singapore in 8 days. In a month, we start Premier League. We have no time. You sign now, or we are screwed at the end of the day. There is no other assessments you can make from this. Don't give up. Only if all these signings are trash. As if no striker, no left wing, no Cam, still Odegaard. Yeah. Big up DJ Gary. Hope you're doing well today, my guy. Sack Mikel Arteta if he doesn't sign a striker. Fact. What's the holdup with Gyokeres then? What is the actual goddamn holdup with Gyokeres? Because we are haggling over 5 million. Surely we are not that type of a club that we would haggle over this. Oh, wait, we are, because we have done it before. Then again, you have some random people suggesting that Gyokeres wants a massive one, close to Kai Havertz, and Arsenal are not willing to pay that. Then again, if that was the case, why would Gyokeres drop 2 million from his own salary to keep away from Sporting Lisbon? Gyokeres has gone on a strike, by the way. If you are like kind of out of a touch, but Gyokeres is on a strike, basically. Gyokeres is on a strike at Sporting Lisbon. Seriously, he is actually on a strike at Sporting Lisbon. I kid you not. He is actually on a strike because Sporting Lisbon are asking him to come to train, and he's saying no. He doesn't want to come. He only wants to move to Arsenal. He has no intention to return there. He's at the moment in Sweden, by the way. He's not even in Portugal. He's in Sweden. He doesn't want to go there. If you needed any indication more that he should be at Arsenal right now, as I'm live, here is your proof. Breaking up with his girlfriend, dropping 2 million of his own salary to move, and then there's Arsenal who are basically playing with 5 million, yet they have no problem spending 52 on Madueke. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Like, Gyokeres, at least based on how things are going, what our report's saying, he is going to be an Arsenal player. The biggest question is, when? Because the uncertainty and the mystery, to some extent, that is surrounding this situation is actually raising more questions than giving answers. And if Gyokeres signs for Arsenal, first thing I would ask is what the hell was going on? Why was there the delay? What was Arsenal doing? What was Sporting doing? Because we know that Gyokeres is pissed off that the president has lied to them. He's not keeping his word. Then again, Arsenal, obviously, they know what they basically agreed upon, and they are offering the previous amount they agreed upon. But turns out, apparently, Sporting Lisbon want 5 million more. What is the point of haggling over 5 million? He's the hottest striker in the world right now. You could say that without shadow of a doubt. Is he Haaland levels? No, he's not. Is he Lewandowski levels? No, he's not at the moment. He could be, maybe, we'll see. But ultimately, he's not. At the moment, at least. Then again, he is the hottest striker you can get off the market as we speak. We need striker for the last 3.5 years since we let Aubameyang go. We haven't signed a proper striker since we signed Aubameyang, by the way. And that was 7 years ago, 7.5 years ago, if I'm not mistaken even. Like, what are we the hell doing here? Serious talk. We are almost a decade without a proper striker. We haven't signed a proper striker we are nearing a decade. What's the holdup? What is the goddamn holdup here? For a change, act like a serious club. Pull out the finger out of your ass and do the business. Pay the money. You want quality, you pay the money. Because if you buy cheap, you buy twice. Without shadow of a doubt. Speaking from experience, looking at Arsenal, how they do things, you buy cheap, you buy twice. Move your goddamn ass, maybe. Big up Mr. Baird. Hope you're doing well, resident Liverpool fan in the house. He's obviously chilling. We need to fix the striker situation. Yeah. And don't even try to offer us Højlund. I don't even want to see his name near Arsenal. Then again, I wouldn't be surprised in a few days if this Gyokeres deal still is stalling, we're going to get linked with Jackson. Just think about it. We might. Who knows? We might get linked with Action Jackson still. Just pay the damn money. Spend 50 plus damn million on Madonna. Exactly. Pay the money. 52 million for Madueke, no problem. 65 for Havertz. Bang, bang, bang. No problem. 45 for Calafiori. Bang, bang, bang. No problem. As soon as we actually are in a position where we can sign a proper striker, which we haven't had, all of a sudden, we don't know what to do. Genuinely don't know what to do. Let's start selling. Yeah, we should. That is the other thing. We are signing these players, and who's going to sell the Deadwood? Who's going to sell Zinchenko? Who's going to sell Fabio Vieira? Who's going to sell Reece Nelson? Who's going to sell Havertz? Jesus? Who's going to sell all of those guys? Haven't had anything. Oh, Trossard might be on his way out. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. It doesn't look like it's going to be the case. Because apparently Fenerbahce have almost agreed a deal with Asensio. Which means Fenerbahce have no concrete talks with Arsenal for Leandro Trossard despite everything. Which means Trossard is staying. But if we are using Madueke as a left wing, I get the depth of the team with Trossard and Martinelli, but someone has to go. Because none of them Arteta is envisioning as a right winger. He doesn't play them there at all, to be honest. Because when Saka was injured, he tried them there, it didn't work, so he played Ethan. Last resort. For some weird goddamn reason, because arguably Ethan is one of the best players we have in our team in attack. 6 years, 6 Chelsea players signed for attack. Or, sorry, in general. Kepa, Jorginho, Willian, Havertz, Madueke, and Shillings. Oh my God. We are genuinely doomed. Since when Arsenal have become a Chelsea sister company? How long till we gonna play in blue shirts? How long we gonna be called Chersenal, pretty much, and we gonna play at Emirates Bridge? Might as well combine the two teams as well. Same thing. The other one likes to penny pinch. So at the end of the day, if you put those two together, club has no issues. And by signing all of these Chelsea rejects, 6 players, 130-something million spent on a lot of them, we are helping and funding Chelsea better signings, and we are helping them with their FFP issues. Because Chelsea have about 70-something million, or 70 to 100 million in FFP issues with the UEFA. We just erased it by half by just signing Madueke. Well done. Helping them out. So-called rivals, right? So-called goddamn rivals. Exactly. Why don't we bid 100 for Palmer so Chelsea can tell us to fuck? Exactly. If you want to be a big team, show your chest. Go for their best player. Genuinely, go for their best player. Go for Cole Palmer. Or go for Caicedo, for example. Not go for their just player, their fourth choice winger. Where where Pedro Neto is in front of him, where other players are in front of him. I'd much rather we sign Pedro Neto rather than we sign Madueke. Big up Rich 99. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Smash the likes, people, if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here. And while you are here as well, go subscribe to Rich 99. Top guy, proper Arsenal fan, says it as it is. And all on top of that, he's in midst of things getting some proper equipment. So maybe at some point we can actually do a collab together as well. But yeah, big up Rich. Hope you're doing well today. The injury CEO, Jesus, yeah. Big up Garikai. Kanak and Busy, big up to you. This guy Madueke is a good player similar to Saka. Similar to Bukayo Saka. Okay, I'm sorry. Genuinely sorry. Marlon, calm the F down because I can already see you typing. I already can see Marlon typing about this stuff. Here we go. How Noni Madueke ranks at Arsenal for league goal contributions last season. Bukayo Saka was out for 4 months, or 5 months even. And he still has 6 GA more than Noni Madueke. And Madueke, by the way, played 32 games last season, from which I think he started 26, 27 of those. He scored 4 goals overall and got an assist against Wolves. So half of his GA basically came against Wolves. Make it make sense. Make it genuinely make sense. Where is he a good player like Saka? Where? Similar to Saka. What? Sorry, what? One of the best Chelsea players. In which universe? Which universe? He is one of Chelsea's best players. Because if I look at Chelsea, there's Cole Palmer, there's Pedro Neto, Caicedo, Onana Lavia, one of those two guys. Let's be real. Enzo Fernandez. Who else is there? I'm just going through the team, to be honest. Cucurella had a good season last year. Bino Gittens, they just signed as bear. João Pedro, they just signed as bear. So no chance in hell any of those guys are better. And Madueke is better than any of those guys, in my opinion. 10 GA. Goddamn Martin Odegaard, who had the worst season arguably in his life, had more GA. If as top Gooners like to go only by GA, by the way, so we're gonna do this. Odegaard had one of the worst seasons in his life last year. And he still got more GA than Noni Madueke. Declan Rice, our number 8/6, had more GA than Noni Madueke. Make that make sense. Kai Havertz, who was out since February, so for 5 months, had more GA. Leandro Trossard, our rotational role player, half and half with Martinelli starting and rotating, had more GA. And of course, Saka, who was out for 4.5 months, also had more GA. What are we doing here? Where they are close enough? Trossard, sorry, bye-bye Havertz, sorry, bye-bye everyone. Yeah, here's the link to Rich's channel. If you haven't already, people, go subscribe to Rich99 Arsenal. Vieira and Lokonga are absolutely scrubs. Yeah, sell them. Genuinely sell them a lot. Big up to you all. Bring him in, pay the money. Exactly. Get him here and everything. Just put the money on the table. Why the hell we are going for Sesko and not signing Gyokeres already? We should have been signed him and Rodrigo Neze. We are not getting Rodrigo. Let's be real. We are not getting Rodrigo whatsoever. If we are penny pinching for Gyokeres and we are signing Madueke, who looks like is going to be the main left wing, no chance we are getting Rodrigo. No chance whatsoever. One of the best strikers in the world right now, pleading to come to Arsenal. Even broke up with his girlfriend. Exactly. And we doing the typical Arsenal fashion low ball. We would rather top up Chelsea windows and give them money. Don't be surprised, by the way. We all know that Watkins is the third option for Arsenal if they cannot get Sesko and Gyokeres. Let's be real. Sesko has sailed. Gyokeres at the moment, go figure. And Watkins is the fallback option. And if we even cannot get Watkins, who, by the way, has said himself he would want to play for Arsenal. He has said it himself before, by the way. Don't be surprised if we get linked with Action Jackson. Don't be surprised if we are linked with Action Jackson as well. Arsenal will spunk money on just get penny pinch on top players. That's what we do. That is genuinely what we do. Mikel said just 5 million because of that he can't sign a striker. I'm bitter about that. Mikel Arteta is too powerful and it's not good for us. It's not. Genuinely, what is Berta doing? I know, yeah, you're from Poland. I remember that. Big up DJ Gary. I remember you're from Poland. Yeah, big up Poland as well. Bobre Kurva and all that stuff. But yeah, where is Berta in all of this? Because at the moment, Andrea Berta is looking like a massive fraud. Because when we signed him in March, well, he got announced in March, there were big expectations. I'm not going to lie. I even had big expectations for this. Because he was working with Simeone for over a decade. He knows how to get the deals done, how to get the job done, how to do all these things. But now if I sit here, I look at this, he's sanctioning the Madueke deal. Yesterday we read that he's willing, apparently, to even pay about 60 million if it push came to shove for Madueke. Berta, it's a fraud. Nothing has changed. Which just shows that, actually, Mikel Arteta still has all the power. He wants the player, you get the player. That's about it. Happens every season. Over 1,000 days since Aubameyang. Yeah, exactly. Over 1,000 days since Aubameyang. To be honest, like, like, oh my God. I say we need send Marlon to the negotiations. Maybe. Here we go, Nicholas Jackson. Wouldn't be surprised with this club, how they're doing business, would not be surprised. And we need to stop Arteta from turning the players into robots. Dude, that is one of the biggest worries. Because the longer Mikel Arteta stays at Arsenal, when Yeri is gonna get ruined, if he doesn't leave himself, and I'm worried also for Max Daumann. To some extent, what some of the most crucial years in their careers, because they're gonna get them all, they're gonna get the gist of everything in terms of play style, football, and everything, most ideas, and they are getting all of them from Mikel Arteta. And let's be real, he hasn't improved anyone in the team, in the attack. Saka is good only because Saka is that good. No matter how you change the system, Saka gets the GA. But if you look the way Saka plays, specifically, with dribbling, passing, and everything, Saka from the first 2-3 seasons compared to the Saka for the last 3 seasons is like night and day. Night and day. Martinelli has disappeared. Striker, the less said than better. Odegaard is anonymous half the time, at least, and everything. It's actually kind of nuts. It genuinely is kind of nuts. They are the deadwood for a reason. No one wants them because they're deadwood wages. Exactly. We put these deadwood players on such wages that nobody can get them. And even if someone wants to get them, we have to take about 30 to 50% pay cut just because we have put them on that high of amount of wages. Only because of that. Yet, remember what Edu said when Edu said this in like 21, 22, 22, 23 seasons, something around that time. He said, we sign players everyone wants. So if everyone wants these players, how comes you cannot sell them? Oh, right, the manager has screwed them up. Insane wages, they don't play, cannot showcase themselves. When they go out on loan, they stink out the gaff. So at the end of the day, money wasted. Let's be real. We won't get even half back for most of the players we sign, and they are not good enough for our team. Everyone is talking about us now for embarrassing reasons. Exactly. Everyone is talking about Arsenal for all the wrong reasons. Let's be real. For all of the wrong reasons, Arsenal are in the limelight at the moment. Starting with football and ending with, well, I rather much not say, but you know what I mean. It's embarrassing. It is embarrassing. 20 years ago, we got talked about, everyone talked about us in terms of trophies, winning, proper players, proper mentality, and we had some sort of a respect. Now, if you go out in an Arsenal top, everyone just laughs at you, like you're a joke or something. Because that's at the moment what it feels like. Everyone is bantering us. Even 17th place Spurs are bantering us. Mind you, they have done better business this window than we have, at least for now. 15th place United can banter us. They are in a massive mess. But then again, the longer we are in this limelight, the rest they get talked about, so they're gonna enjoy it to the maximum extent as well. Like, it's actually insane. Now we say that Andrea and Arteta is the biggest problem in this Gyokeres deal. To be honest, everyone is a problem. First things first, Kroenkes are the biggest problem. Get them out. First things first. Get Arteta out and get Garlic out. Get Tim Lewis out and everyone else. Everyone that comes with. Get Win the dog out, his poop out, his plushie toys out. Get all this stuff out. Get the light bulbs, lemons, all this stuff out. Big up, coach. Hope you're doing well today. Long time no see, man. Arsenal's Chelsea bank and scam. Yeah, basically, we are just a cash cow for them. What to say? Just no platform, bro. You should get one. Genuinely should get one. Madueke ain't even on the bench for England. Had the time, definitely. This guy is trying to make me really have a pop. It's actually insane. Damn, Robo said, get your finger out your ass. I wish Seymour was here to see that comment. Yeah, I said it. Genuinely said it. I said it, and I cannot take it back. Well, technically. Madueke ain't even better than Luke. He's not better than Martinelli. He's not better than Wanyeri. He has less GA than half of all of our attackers. Leave Noni alone. He didn't sign himself. True. That's why I'm not cussing Madueke. I'm just saying that I didn't want him here. He's not that good of a player. All the blame goes on Kroenkes, the morons. It goes on Tim Lewis, Richard Garlic, the morons. It goes to Andrea Berta, the fraud. And of course, Paella Spanish, whatever eating Paella Pulis Lego-headed dumbass who is our manager. Because they are in charge of all this stuff. It's just unfortunate that Madueke is getting caught in crossfires at the end of the day. That's at least how I see it. Because he didn't sign himself. He doesn't dictate his value. Well, technically, performance is kind of due, but you pay what the club asks for the player. That's what his worth technically at the moment in the market is. We can debate on it, whether it's higher or lower, but hey, right? But at the end of the day, Madueke is just being caught in a crossfire. It's all on ownership, on hierarchy, and on the manager at the end of the day. Bruno got more Prem goals than him. Yeah, Bruno is been most people. Big up BX Gunner. Hope you're doing well today, my guy. Big up Big Gary as well. Big up. By the way, like and subscribe, people. Go subscribe to Gary as well. Like and subscribe, people. Like the stream, subscribe if you're new, and all the good stuff. Maybe there was maybe the phone just randomly sent the message, because that happens to me as well. Let's not be Reaction FC. Well, there is nothing to react. Not even reacting to be honest. I'm just expressing my disappointment about the club, because every year is the same shit, just different toilet. Let's say it as it is. Let's say it pound per pound. Because you want to tell me that signing Calafiori and Merino were so essential for us last season? You want to tell me for that money we couldn't have signed Tony and somebody else for attack? 3.5 years our attack has totally been neglected. And in those 4 years, we have signed 6 Chelsea players. 4 of them have been in the attack. We have spent 80 million over 6 years for our attack. Well, now it's 130 because we signed Madueke. Like, it's actually insane. We had spent more on goalkeepers than we had spent on the attack till we signed Madueke. Well, he's not technically still signed, but you get what I mean. More on goddamn goalkeepers than on attack. Which club does it? Which club does it? 10 goalkeepers in 6 years. 6 Chelsea players in 6 years. We have signed about 40 players under Mikel Arteta, if I'm not mistaken. And 10 of them, or something rather, like 9 or 10 of them, have been Chelsea or Man City rejects. Chelsea or Man City rejects. 25% of the team are Chelsea, Man City rejects over the time. So you want to tell me that we are signing Madueke, as top Gooners are praising he's the missing piece, the savior, the one who's going to rescue Arsenal and Mikel Arteta. You want to tell me that Chelsea, before the Club World Cup final, are willing to let him go so easily? You want to tell me that he's not good enough for top 4 battling phase 2 Maresca, but he should be good enough to win us a title in phase 6 Paella Pulis, technically Premier League title challenging Arsenal team? It doesn't add up, does it? It genuinely does not add up at the end of the day. CDM Rice has more goals and assists and overall GA. Yeah, Rice has more GA, since top Gooners like GA, than Madueke last year. Odegaard, worst season in his life, you could argue. More GA than Madueke. And he's going to be our savior. Martinelli, half of the fan base want him gone. Trossard, we are not opposed to selling him. They both had better season than Madueke. 32 games Madueke played last year. 27 starts or 26 starts. Rest of them were subs. 4 goals against Wolves. So half of the GA, basically, he got in 2 games. Hat-trick and 1 goal in the other game. So rest of the 30 games he played, he got 5 GA. 1 point every 6 games. That's going to solve our problems in the attack. Maybe I'm wrong, but I didn't see no other Premier League team to try to sign Havertz, Sterling, or now Madueke. Just Arsenal, exactly. Exactly. No other team, just Arsenal. No other team, just Arsenal. And that's, to be honest, with most of the players. But obviously, after we are going for him, they need to kind of spice it up a bit. So they put in like Real Madrid were interested in him. Man City were interested in him. United wanted him, just so there is something to hype them more up about. So the signing doesn't look so basically plain at the end of the day. Trossard, center forward, left wing, center is legit. Yeah, he gets used everywhere. Let's be real. Let's be real. The headband ain't even Gucci or Louis Vuitton. What are we even doing? That headband, though, that most likely is Balenciaga, and we all know we have Balenciaga in goal, so maybe they are doing a collab together there. Big up Weir Nelson. People in England, help us Arteta out. I'm in Uganda. Please, people in England, please. See, people from Africa are begging you to do something to get him out of the club. Oh my God. The state of this club. Jackson is an option. I know I'm saying this as a joke right now. That don't be surprised that if something goes wrong, because if there is any team who can screw up this Gyökeres deal, it is Arsenal in the first place, right? If Arsenal actually could be linked with Jackson at some point during this window. We could. Don't be surprised if that happens. Because we get told that Arsenal already have backup options for strikers. We all know that Sesko is done and dusted. And if Gyokeres falls through, third option is Watkins, who has said he wants to play for Arsenal, so we might get Watkins maybe. But if we cannot even do that, what are we going to do then? Exactly. We have Jackson available. Why we are signing these just players? We are a sister company to Chelsea or something. It's like family business, money laundering and scheming or something like that. Pyramid scheme. We have signed English Gervinho basically for Arsenal to some extent at the moment. Obviously, he can turn up good, he cannot. But based on what he has done at Chelsea, he's not going to be good. Because Havertz wasn't good at Chelsea. He's still living off of that 1 goal he scored in Champions League final. Oh, but he's going to be the best thing in sliced bread. To be honest, I'm going to be frank with you. When he was at Bayer Leverkusen, Havertz, I wanted him at Arsenal. I'm not going to lie. But after the Chelsea thing, no chance in hell. It's insane. I don't want a guy on our main left wing, Lookman sign. Yeah. Chelsea will get Rodrigo with our Madueke money. Big up G Wills. There is a possibility of that. And let's be real, Chelsea, as I said, have 100-something million or almost 100 million in debt for UEFA and FFP. They have FFP issues. Arsenal just halved it instantly by just buying Madueke. Why are we helping these teams out? Genuinely. Thanks, Heroes, the C Unit original and the big up. Big up, Darren. Hope you're doing well today. Oh, just join. Big up to you. Hope you're having a great day. Latvian Gooner, don't make me spaz on that guy. No. We don't do that here. We genuinely don't do that here. Yeah, Berta as well is looking like a fraud right now. Because I'm going to be honest with you. I was defending Andrea Berta up until we signed Madueke. I was saying that Andrea Berta is going to be the one who's going to elevate Arsenal in signings, in sales. The best of Andrea Berta we going to see after Mikel Arteta is gone. But after this Madueke signing, I have no trust at the moment that Andrea Berta is something different. Genuinely no trust whatsoever. He's another Pazzi in this. And what's the point in signing Berta anyways then? Might as well keep Jason Aito at the wheel. Same situation, still would have signed Chelsea reject, still would have signed Norgard and all these guys. Maybe we wouldn't have gone Gyokeres, but 100% we would have overpaid and gotten Sesko then. At least that's how I see it, if we had Aito instead of Berta. Berta is either going to do what he's doing since 2013 at Madrid, or he came to Arsenal to be another puppet. Exactly. Basically came for a payday. That's about it. Arteta doesn't like an out-and-out striker. True, he wants a striker who plays midfield. He wants a multi-purpose player, a Swiss Army knife type of player. We haven't seen an out-and-out striker under Mikel Arteta. Whether it's going to work or not, we still don't know, to be honest. 6 years at Arsenal in, well, half a year, pretty much. In 5 months, 6 years at Arsenal, December 19th. Would be ironic if he got sacked then, but it's a bit different story, right? And we still haven't had an out-and-out striker. We had one. We had a Golden Boot winning a striker, but he decided to play him at left wing and left wing back. We had a striker in Lacazette, and he played half the time in a 6. So what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Because I still believe that it doesn't matter who we sign. Until this manager changes his mindset, his ideas, his system, everything he does, how he does it, nothing is going to change the club. We can even sign Prime R9, Prime Ronaldinho, Prime Kaká, Prime Zico, Prime Rivaldo, and players like that. You know, Johan Cruyffs and Van Bastens, Gattusos, Pirlos, Maldini, Baresi, players like that. Still wouldn't matter. Because still we would have this manager at the realm. And he would genuinely make it all go sour. Hope so. At least I hope. I know Arteta probably wants to sabotage Gyokeres. He can't work with big personalities. He can't. He has only yes men. Big up KK983 as well. He has only yes men. He has only yes men. And that's what he wants, because if you have a yes man, if you have a rescued person, you rescued him as a shelter, rescued him, he's gonna owe you one, matter of speak. So he's not gonna pipe up against you when you're gonna judge him. So he's gonna agree with everything you say. Yes, sir. No, sir. I'm gonna polish your boots, fix your hair, buy you new hair gel, and everything. It's always gonna be like that. I just wish that our players had the backbone one day in the dressing room when they're sick of it, just turn around and say, fuck off, screw you at the end of the day. I just wish it would happen, because let's be real. Captains like Tony Adams would do it. Sol Campbell would do it. Patrick Vieira would do it. Those captains would easily turn around and just yeet him around or above the head. This captain would genuinely iron his shirt for Mikel Arteta just to wear. Let's be real. Not one transfer window that I've witnessed over the last 20 years have all been underwhelming. Yeah. And disappointing. Why do people suddenly think it's going to change? Exactly. Because we never do the necessary things. We always do things just so they are enough to some extent to keep us in top 4 so the money keeps rolling in. And as soon as we get this close to greatness, to some extent, not actual greatness, to some extent, maybe experiencing greatness, all of a sudden, oh, we have debts. We have to pay off stadium. We have FFP issues, PSR issues. And let's be real, next summer, next January, this is going to come out 100%. We have signed all these players, and next summer it's going to come out, oh, Arsenal don't have enough money because they have FFP and PSR issues. They need to comply, so it most likely is going to be another sell to buy summer. It's going to be like that. Because it's same story, just different characters. Different actors in the same movie. It's just a remake. A cheap remake, by the way. Not actually a good remake, just a cheap one. Bollywood settings and all that. Big up to you all. Big up, big up, big up. I can see now Havertz playing on the left wing because he's Arteta's love child. To be honest, that is also a question. Where is Havertz going to play? Because if we sign Gyökeres, he's a striker. If Arteta starts Havertz over Gyökeres, There should be riots outside Emirates. There should be banners and planes flying over Emirates, just like when Wenger was at the charge and people wanted him gone. Like, it's already starting, by the way, because if you have missed it, by the way, somehow, Arsenal fans are not too pleased with Madueke's signing. Genuinely, Arsenal fans are not pleased with Madueke's signing whatsoever. Because you know that place where Arsenal have murals just before you go to the Emirates and all this stuff, right? It has all been vandalized. They are over Josh Kroenke. There is Arteta out. Someone has written the "see you next Tuesday" word and everything. There are other Arteta outs over Saliba actually painted on. On Saliba, there have been Arteta outs being painted. There have been some vandalism in those terms. But that instantly happened as soon as we signed Madueke and we got Here We Go. It just shows that even the fan base who was Arteta in, top Gooners, they are showing some cracks. Yes, they're still doubling down that Madueke is going to be the best thing since sliced bread, by the way. But I always have viewed this fan base like this. Arteta outs, Arteta ins, and the ones that are on the fence. And the ones that are on the fence, right, are the biggest portion of the fan base. That's at least how I see it. And with this Madueke signing, not signing a proper striker and all this stuff, I kid you not, it looks like the ones that are on the fence are swaying towards Arteta out. So slowly but steadily, the gears are starting to turn. And there, at some point, will be massive toxic situations. Just like when we wanted Wenger out. Just like that. It's going to be the same, if not worse. Because somehow, this goddamn manager we have at the wheel right now, Mikel Arteta, is more loved by these top Gooners than Arsene Wenger. Somehow. I have no idea why. What has he done to deserve that? But he is more loved than Arsene Wenger. Which means that the aftermath for all of this, when shit is gonna hit the fan, is going to be 10 times worse. Tell me one club who starts Madueke as a starting left wing. Well, yeah. Good one. Good one. We're signing Mosquera for Reben. We haven't. I don't even know, to be honest. Big up yous. Hope you're doing well. Big up. Yeah, Groba and all that. Big up, people. Smash the likes if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new as well. Go subscribe to Views on Sport as well. Arsenal fan is a bit down because of Madueke's signing. He's disappointed in the club, and let's be real. We all are. So said, I cannot say all are because I cannot speak for the whole fan base. Big part of the fan base are disappointed. At least from the people I know, at least in the Arsenal fan base and in the community, everyone's disappointed. Unfortunately. Channel loading. Come on, do it, coach. Do it. All you need is generally a phone, and that's about it, to be honest. Record and upload and edit. You can do it all on YouTube. Or just the phone, upload it on YouTube, and then edit on a PC, on a laptop if you have one. This club is out here selling summer jacket merch. Yeah, it looks like someone like my kid who ate a Tutti Frutti and then threw up. Basically, that's how it looks like at the end of the day. My camera is doing a bit of a mess. I'm very sorry. And that's how it looks like. Well, Chelsea, Spurs signing attackers. Chelsea have signed 3 attackers, by the way, this window alone. Arsenal have signed none. Well, Madueke now, but in general, well, none, to be honest. So, yeah. Spurs, in 2 days, there are some issues with Morgan Gibbs-White at the moment, but Spurs, in 2 days, spent 115 million. 55 for Kudus and 60 release clauses for Morgan Gibbs-White. 2 days, 2 signings, both were Here We Go, both were medicals. Now, let's be real, both would be getting into Arsenal's team at the moment. 100%. Big up Vigilante, hope you're doing well. Big up AFC. Not AFC Vigilante, I'm sorry, I'm so used to that still. Big up Vigilante, go subscribe to Vigilante as well. He does gaming, he does streams, and everything. Go subscribe to Vigilante as well. Also an Arsenal fan, and also says it as it is. Noni Berta and Bloody saying Trossard all season long. To be honest, I'd rather see none of them. I'm not gonna lie. Rather see none of them. Rather we just go and sign Rodrigo, and that's about it. Or sign Lookman, or There is a left winger in La Liga. I forgot his name now on top of my head. I don't remember he plays for Real Valladolid or Real or Las Palmas, one of the two clubs he played for. I'm genuinely blanking on this a bit. Big up Shane, big up Shane. How you doing today, my guy? Hope you're doing well. And yeah, listen to Shane, smash the likes. And while you're at it, go subscribe to Shane as well. I would assume everyone who is here has subscribed to Shane as well. But if you haven't, go show him some love. He's doing some massive things. He's doing some incredible things, to be honest. And he's gonna be, well, it's weekend, so there should be weekend roast as well. Still, there will be some good weekend roast this week, I would assume as well. So go subscribe to Shane, show him some love and everything. Here's Views' channel. Go subscribe to Views on Sport, and here is Shane's channel as well. Go subscribe to Shane and Vigilante as well. While we are at it, go subscribe to all of them. Big up Eros for doing God's work here. So everyone's bigging up everyone. You'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Community settings. Big up Wahaha. Hope you're doing well. Big up Wahaha. Arsenal move like Chelsea's little bro. We got no respect because we move like idiots. Exactly. We move like idiots at the end of the day. Like that is straight up. It is what it is. We technically are a big team. We are a big team. And we are this big team because of trophies. Yet then you have people who are saying trophies like Carabao Cup and FA Cup are beneath Arsenal. Beneath Arsenal? Take away our FA Cup. See where we rank in trophy count. See where we rank then. Take away our FA Cups. That's what we are known for. We have 14 of those damn things. United are one away, by the way. They can catch us up at one. They have one lucky season in FA Cup. They can catch us up as well. So don't forget that as well. Don't forget it. Genuinely don't forget that. We are who we are because of trophies. And then you have a big, massive amount of top Gooners who say that trophies are beneath Arsenal. Like, embarrassing. Noni, not the player I wanted, but not going to diss him. I'm not dissing him as well, Juvials. It's more Arteta, board, Berta, and the owners, because it comes from there, not from Madueke. Madueke is just being caught in between crossfires. No respect for his fans. Yeah, and to be honest, the fans who are sending abuse to his Instagram DMs and Twitter and wherever they're sending, those are not fans. They will get their karma at some point in their life. And it's going to be a big, juicy one. Pause. And everything. They're going to get what's coming for them as well. Those are not real fans. Let's be real. Chelsea's last 20 years puts our history to shame, and the club have no ambition to change anything. Exactly. Chelsea in the last 20 years have done more than Arsenal have. And by a mile as well, to be honest. And we are not even talking about Champions Leagues. We are talking about Premier League and Cups in general. Let's just put it that way. Noni is not worse than Martinelli and Trossard, to be honest. They they all are bad. Yeah, that is definitely one case. They are all bad. Moresca reaching Club World Cup final and winning Conference League in his first season should have been shown. Arteta needs sacking. To be honest, true. Imagine what would happen. I don't see it happening, right? But if by some weird goddamn reason somehow Chelsea beat PSG in the final, imagine if that happens. Like, that would be even worse, to say the least. We are only thing we're cooking is salmonella these days. We are not even cooking proper meat, just salmonella. Remember, Raya played inverted goalkeeping. Oh, bloody hell, I don't want to see him that. Arsenal manages to leave me a little more dead inside every freaking year. To be honest, not wrong. Never. I haven't felt like, how to say this properly. I'm starting to get distance from the club again. Let's just put it that way. There was a time where I was very distant from the club. I was supporting it and everything, but emotionally, like, there was nothing like that got me off my chair and excited. Obviously, then the 22-23 season came along, and it drawn me back in. It genuinely drew me back in, and I thought, okay, there might be something to it, right? There might be something to it. But the pain and everything that has followed ever since has put me back in that place where I got again starting to feel a disconnect from the club in general. I'm just gonna say it like that. Madueke reminds me of Gervinho, dude. Don't need that at the club, do we? I saw some Arsenal fans saying Arteta out on the news. Let's go, ole, ole. Hey, the tides are turning. The tides are definitely turning. Coach, what we are cooking? Potatoes and cabbage. There's no meat, no nothing. No seasoning, no salt, no pepper, no nothing. Just plain oil boiled potato. Ain't no way, Coach, bro. He ain't get 20 goals. There's no chance he's getting 20 goals. Even, yeah, and actually he was very young at the time, but yeah, definitely also. Starting my channel, thanks, bro, for the inspiration. Dude, to be honest, do it. Test it out. Let's be real. I'm going to say this from experience. I hated my first few videos. I still hate some of the videos I do. I still hate some of the streams I do because I sometimes watch it back and I don't like them. I don't like sometimes what I say. And in general, I don't like how I sound on camera. But that's just my thing, right? But when I'm going to talk about videos specifically, right? I don't like some videos I do. And that is one thing you have to accept, right? And afterwards, everything is going to come as it follows. Some people will like you. Some people won't like you. At the end of the day, people's opinions are like assholes. Some stink more than the others to some extent. Some are freshly washed and they are nice. Well, pause and all that stuff, but you're going to get the reference. And some are just stinking left, right, and center, and they haven't seen a shower in a year. Basically, that's what it feels like. But yeah, do it. It's like, it is a bit time consuming if you start to take it more seriously, but as a hobby, even uploading a video every other day, not even every day, but every other or every third day, right? If you compile some information and stuff like that, it's actually decent. Just try it, test it out, upload some videos and everything. You can, video editing on YouTube is available. You have free websites where you can design thumbnails and everything. It's very calm and very chill, genuinely. Go for it. Try it out. Maybe you're going to like it. Especially if you have friends that are Arsenal fans, or you can share the word around to someone and you will get extra support and extra everything. Just do it. Shouldn't have changed the name. Well, you can change it back if you want to, or you can make a separate email and make basically a channel via that email. And then you can make it whatever you want. Road 700. Big up. Are we at 700? Seriously? Damn. Big up to you all. Hope you're fantastic, to be honest. If you all the likes and all the subs, I haven't seen it because I cannot actually check it on StreamYard, but oh my God, you are phenomenal people. Havertz at Leverkusen was balling with freedom and confidence. Yeah, that's when I wanted him at Arsenal. After Chelsea, no chance in hell. Big up, Gavin. Hope you're doing well. I'm pissed if I see Berta. Like, I don't blame you. Big up, Stockholm Gooner. Hope you're doing well. With this Madueke signing from Berta, like, it looked like there were reports suggesting that it's Mikel Arteta's signing. At the same time, there were also reports claiming that Andrea Berta thinks that in this current market, Madueke, he wouldn't be against paying 60 even million. So they are both at fault massively, I'm not gonna lie. My respect for this man has diminished. Oh, for me as well, 100%. Another yes man for Arteta, yeah. Everyone's a yes man. No accountability, no responsibility. Do what you want, do when you want, and do how you want at the end of the day. Wenger won trophies, yeah, and he still wasn't as loved as Mikel Arteta is right now. At least that's how it feels like at the moment, looking at this fan base and comparing it to fan base when it was in early 2000s even. Like, it's like night and day to some extent. I wrote that wrong. Havertz at Leverkusen was balling with freedom. Well, no, it's not that, man. RNGF wanted Rodrigo. Yeah, we are not getting Rodrigo. We can forget about it. Stop comparing us to Spurs. Dude, Spurs have won more than us in the last 6 years. We have won an FA Cup. Spurs have won more in Europe than we have. That's the nuts part. We couldn't even win our FA Cup. Couldn't win Europa League. You can only win what's in front of you. And we have won one in the last 22 competitions. Like, that is embarrassing. Kudus is going to terrorize at Spurs. Most likely, I think Kudus and Morgan Gibbs-White, if they get him, after all this stuff that Nottingham Forest are doing, they're gonna be good under Thomas Frank. I genuinely believe so. And the fuck I didn't want to even see him. Bin the fraud already. Exactly. Bin him right now. Bin him, dust him, and remove him at the end of the day. Those shock memory money. Yeah, said there's no meat in this plate. There is no meat. No meat. We genuinely are just eating bread. We are sitting in our Gordon Ramsay Hell's Kitchen restaurant. He has Muppets as the cooks. They cannot even get scallops right. And we are sitting and filling up ourselves with bread and wine. That's about it. There's no meat, no steak, no appetizers, no desserts, no main course, no nothing. Can't have a steak without pepper, corn sauce. There is no sauce. No saga sauce, no pepper, no salt, no nothing. And the steak isn't even cooked properly. Let's be real. AFC knows what time it is. Exactly. $50 million reminds me of Chris Rock in Rush Hour. $50 million. What you got? Kelsey Clinton? And everything. I remember that. Wow, what a series, Rush Hour. Man, that was a damn. Should watch it again probably at some point very soon. Big up Comp 2 at 5. V or 5. I don't know that V is a Roman number or an actual letter. I highly doubt if Arsenal is winning anything. We are not winning anything this season. We're going to be in top 6 race. Because Liverpool and City are going to be ahead of us over the course of the season. Newcastle might be ahead of us as well. Wouldn't be surprised at all. And Chelsea are the big mystery, but there could be something to it. Let's be real. And there could be some other teams that could actually surprise us. Because every season there is one surprising team that genuinely comes out of nowhere. So, yeah. Single V. I see. It's a letter. Okay. Big up to you. Big up. What do you mean, Eros? Why are you putting skull emojis? Arteta's record against the Big Six may be over after the first 6 matches. Yeah. Genuinely, it could be. It could 100% be. We played the Big Six. 3 of the Big Six teams in the first games. We play United at Old Trafford. And just side note, can you imagine what the fan base is going to be like if we lose or draw that game at Old Trafford? Can you imagine the scenes already? Just think about it for a second. It's already going to be unbearable. Then we have Leeds at home. Dude, if that game was at Ellen Road, we would have been washed instantly. Then we have Liverpool away in the 3rd week, where we haven't won in 13 years. 13 years we haven't won there. So that's going to definitely go well. Then we have Nottingham Forest at home. Then we have Man City at home. Then we have Newcastle away, and we always do great there. And then we have West Ham at home. Two against West Ham in the last 2 seasons, we have done also very well. And let's not forget, in between those games, there is Champions League, and then there is also international break. So it could get Peakham's overall instantly. We could be out of title race in the first 5-6 games. And let's not forget as well, we have 4 big players, well 3, coming back from massive injuries. Gabriel, Saka, we don't know what Timber is going to be like. Then there is Odegaard, question mark, what's going to happen for him, obviously. Kai Havertz, what Mikel Arteta is going to do with him. And God forbid someone gets injured during preseason. Because we are going over preseason like we need the players. But there is also a possibility that someone can get injured during preseason. Because Kai Havertz got injured like that. We went to Dubai for easy, light training and relaxing time. And somehow we ended up doing intense physical training and Havertz torn his ACL. Like, it could be peak real quick. I like my steak bloody. I can see rare. I usually like, mid-rare. I like it mid-rare. AFC likes his steak with a heartbeat. Basically cowing. So he likes it with a heartbeat. So you basically take it and... No, it's like they get a cow, they get it by your table, they cut it out, and they brisk the cow away. Single V. Yeah. Big up Vigilante. Big up. Arteta out. Berta, if you want to. Everyone out. Kroenkes, everyone else. I think Madueke was brought in because they fear Saka will go out again. Well, I get the point. At the same time, when was the last time Arsenal paid 52 million for a backup? Overall, when has Arsenal ever bought a 50 million backup? Think about it. Most of the signings that have cost around 40 million or more, we are starting every single game. Because look at our starting 11. Let's not talk about goalkeeper because that is Raya, but Timber was 40 or something even more. Saliba was before that. Gabriel was 30, something like that. He grew out of his Bozo gene. Skelly was for free, but if we talk about Calafiori, he was 45. Declan Rice was 105. Zubimendi was 52. Odegaard was 36. So almost 40 as well. Saka was free. Havertz was 65. Martinelli was pretty much free. Let's be real, Brazilian second league and everything. So that third league, even that's a bit different story. But most of the players we signed for insane amounts of money always start for us. Always. Ben White, he was a main starter. We signed him for 55 million. Jesus, 45, he was a starter. Let's be real. If we sign a Party, 50 million release clauses, he was a starter. Why didn't I mention his name? Fuck's sake. Like, we don't do that. We are not Man City who sign players for 70 million and they hold bench and they rotate them because we don't rotate. We are not Man City. We are not Man United. We are not Liverpool. And even Liverpool don't do that, by the way. They actually have proper talent ID and they can, for 35 million, buy a Premier League winning player. Real Madrid can afford to do that. Barcelona can afford to do that and everything. At this hospital club, it's just regular thing. Yeah, it's everyday occurrence pretty much, yeah. Remember when we were in early 2010s, when we were hitting injuries left, right, and center, with Wilshere, Cazorla, Ramsey, Diaby, and players like that, Vermaelen, Koscielny. And the list went on and on, let's just put it that way. There were actually a meme where instead of on Arsenal's badge, instead of instead of a cannon, we actually had a wheelchair as a banter thing. Seriously, they made the cannon into a wheelchair. I'm starving for trophies, same. And the sad part is I've been hungry for the last 6 years or 5.5 years. I've been starving for Premier League for 22 years. Well, 21 years, let's just put it that way. 32 for Carabao Cup. And if we talk about Champions League, I might die hungry, actually. I might die being hungry. Big up Arsenal. We don't give our money for... We don't give our money... What's the problem? It's not our money. I get it. But by this logic going, I didn't build Arsenal. I didn't found Arsenal. What's the problem? Trophies over stakes. Well, I would like to have both, to be honest. The problem is pretty obvious. Yeah, it's very obvious. Why cry when there is no reinforcement and when we pay, then there is a problem? Because there is a difference of when you spend the money, it's not when you spend the money, it's how you spend it. It doesn't matter how much money you spend to some extent. It also matters how you spend it. And we have crossed 900 million mark quite comfortably, actually. Right now, 900 million. We're almost a billion, by the way. We are closing to that. And about half of that has been wasted on your Pablo Maris, Renaissance, who else? Zinchenko, Fabio Vieira, Willian, Marquinhos. Who else is there? Who else we have signed? Matana, Matthew Ryan, and all these guys. Like, come on, man. Marlon, you know what time it is. I generally think that is rage bait. I'm not even going to get into this. He has less GA, since you all the top Gooners who love Madueke so much, he has less GA than all of our attackers, by a mile, to be honest, less GA than Odegaard, who was awful last season, and less than Declan Rice. He played 32 games last year in Premier League. 27 he started. He had, 7 goals. And 4 of them came against Wolves. He had 10 GA overall. And half of that GA he basically got from 2 games. So for the rest of 30 games, he got 4 GA. Great player. Martinelli, they are all bad, but I'd much rather have Martinelli than Madueke. I'd rather play Vangieri than Madueke. He's not good enough. Again, as I said about 20 minutes ago, how Madueke, who Chelsea are willing to let go before Club World Cup final, phase 2 Maresca is willing to let go, and he's not good enough for them. Yet he is going to be the savior for phase 6 title, technically challenging Arsenal. We don't, at this stage, we don't need, in general, we need to buy starters so they can start, and the players who are starting right now become the backups. We need competition. And our left wing is so bad that even Madueke is not competition. It's just another one in the mix to throw in there. Marlon wants to ship his ass back to Bridge before he even gets to the carpet, basically. Let's ship him, everyone. Together, actually, with Kavats, most likely. Andrew Smith. Who is that? Would be a bear. Oh, yeah, Andrew Smith. Okay. I got lost. Would be a bear Captain Odegaard, the guy who sunk the Titanic. Well, that's his fault for not knowing how to turn the wheel fast enough. Back all the money they scam for us. So would be nice. Sterling money, Jorginho money. We could get maybe something for David Luiz, for Percek, William Gallas, and all these guys. He can't even score 20 goals in Dutch League. Yeah, like, it's insane. It genuinely is insane. And this penny pinching over Gyokeres and everything else is actually kind of insane. Genuinely, it's actually kind of insane. So yeah, anyways, I think on that note, we have done some good chatting. We have done some good talking. Big up all of you guys. If you haven't already, please do me a favor. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you're new around here. Well, it's Friday. So I guess it is what it is. We have to wait and see what tomorrow brings. But for today, I'm going to sign off because I'm kind of tired after the week. I want to get some Z's and I want to get some shut-eye and well re-energized. Let's just put it that way. So thank you guys so much for being here. You have been fan-freaking-tastic. 39 likes. If we could get this to 40, oh my God, I would be over the moon. But yeah, anyways, big up people. You have been fan-freaking-fantastic. Hope you had a great time. Hope to see you again soon. Have a nice evening. Enjoy your weekend. Try Arsenal not to bother you too much. And hope to see you soon. Enjoy your weekend. You are fantastic. Good show. Good show. Go forward, get drunk. To be honest, I'm going to have some whiskey right now. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to have some whiskey right about now. Kroenke is out. Arteta out. Win the dog out, the toys out, everything out. And yeah, we'll see what's going to happen. Sign a goddamn striker for fuck's sake, Arsenal. Have a nice evening and tomorrow as well. Peace.